Yo, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Underrated, where I rate things that most people don't, I guess. Anyway, we're looking at towns/villages today, and there's only two criteria that really go into this. The town/village must have an innkeeper, and it cannot be a sanctuary or capital city. So without further ado, oh wait, 1 second. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. 10. All right, so for number 10, we're headed to Zangarmarsh, and we're going to have a look at Telrador. Now, building-wise and design-wise of the buildings and stuff inside this city, it's a bit average, but it's the fact that this sits on a giant mushroom that makes it so cool. You've got this pretty cool elevator that gets you up and down. You've got this drain-eye fountain in the middle. The buildings look okay. It's got this nice little tall spire on one side, but yeah, it's really just that you are sitting on a giant mushroom. I think it's really cool. It's probably the most unique city in Outland, I think. I'm trying to think. Yeah, probably the most unique city. And I keep saying city, it's just a little town, sorry. And yeah, a little fact about Telrador is that it used to be a monastery where old Draenei used to come and sit, and it's where people, ran after the city of Shatrath was invaded by the orcs. So, yeah, quite a cool little tidbit there. I did not know. I just found out now it was actually a monastery. So, yeah, number 10, Telrador in Zangarmarsh. Alliance only, though. 9. All right, so we're going to head to the Stormsong Valley, and the town we're looking at is Millstone Hamlet. It's a very cozy town right on the beach with an amazing coastline view. Sure, there's some Nagas, there's some giants in the background. I mean, but who really cares about all that, right? This is a very cozy town. The buildings are cozy. It's got a little pond in the middle of it. Just these really nice windmills that really add to that homey, and I'm just going to keep saying it, cozy, effect. And there's going to be a theme with a lot of these little towns here. It's coziness. I like chill areas. I don't like a lot of chaos happening. So yeah, Millstone Hamlet, a very cozy town. And that's just not your thing. You can always come and hang out with Harold here and his, I think, pet duck or chicken thing floating in the water. Don't leave Harold hanging, man. He's waiting for you. 8! So number 8, we're going to head over to Northrend, up into the Storm Peaks, and this place is called Boulder Crag's Refuge. Now, I know what you're going to say. It's just a little hole in the mountain. You know what, man? That's exactly why I love it. You're in a little cave in the mountain. It's got this kind of dwarven, titan architecture to it. But the cool thing is that you can just fall off the cliff if you're not paying attention. You run out and there's just a steep cliff kind of overlooking Ulduar and just the ocean, I guess. The water. So there's water. You can just fall down the cliffs. There's like storm giants below, I believe. Is it storm giants or like golems or something? There's, mobs down below. You get a nice little view of Ulduar. But yeah, it's just a little hole in the mountain. And I think that's really cool. Northrend has a few things like this, but they didn't meet the criteria I was looking for. So this is one of my favorite places in Northrend in general. So yeah, number 8, Boulder Crag's Refuge. 7! So number 7, let's head over to the Dread Wastes. And this place is called Soggy's Gamble. And, it's just this ordinary little fishing village hidden inside of a cove on the coast of the Dread Waste. So, it might not be that appealing to everyone, but let me tell you why I really like this place. I love sharks, and check it out, dude. There's a really big ass shark right here. Even though I'm not a big fan of hunting sharks, there's still a really big ass shark hanging right here. And I think just having this place hidden in a cove is really cool. It gives like a bit of a pirate feeling, I guess. And you know what? Check this dude out. This dude's carrying this big ass fish, but actually, is he actually carrying it? Because to me, it looks like it might be hovering over his hands. I want those powers, man. Those are really good powers, and I don't know how he fits that thing through the door. Clearly, there's some magic going on there. But yeah, anyway, number 7, Soggy's Gamble, Dread Wastes. 6, Surwich, or is it Surwich? I have no idea. But anyway, this is in the southern Blasted Lands. And I was just flying around looking for cool little towns because I won't lie, I haven't really leveled in the new, I guess you could say, newer world in the classic zones yet, like so Blasted Lands, these types of zones. I haven't really done much of that. So I was just flying around and I was like, oh man, this place looks really cool. This is on the coast of the, southern Blasted Lands. And what I really like about it, it's got this really gothic feel. It is very peaceful, even though the buildings have this like haunted look to them. And as you move around this little town, you can see the skybox changing like constantly, and I think it adds a really cool feel. So if you're like kind of panning towards the Blasted Lands area, it will kind of go like this crazy orange with lightning and stuff. But as you pan around the other way, it gets a bit more blue and green, and I just think that's a really cool effect. It's kind of like a little town slap in the middle of two weather forecasts or weather areas. I don't know what you would call it, but yeah, it's just a very peaceful area as well on the coast. So yeah, over in the Blasted Lands is number 6, Surich or Surwich. I don't know. You pick one. Number 5. So number 5 is Marithra's Watch, or aka the Shady Sanctuary, and that's in the Dragon Isle in the Onaran Plains. And I actually just recently came across this place. I think I may have skipped it on my Warlock, but I was leveling my Warrior. And yeah, I was like, dude, this place might be the coolest little town in all of the Dragon Isles I've seen so far. It's got a breathtaking view, some great artwork. It's got waterfalls. It's got, just really nice green artwork. It's really peaceful. I think for me, it's the fact that you get this really, really cool view. And if you're flying in from the other side, I think from there's like an island on the other side. If you're flying back in from that side, you just get a really nice view of this town with the waterfalls, the bridges. It's just, I found it to be really, really peaceful. There's a lot of places in the Dragon Isle I find, really nice, but this one really, stepped it up to me. It felt really, really good. But yeah, good place to log out, go, have a joint, watch the fucking sunset there, enjoy yourself. It's a really relaxing area. So yeah, number 5, over in the Onaran Plains, Marithra's Watch, aka Shady Sanctuary. 4. Number 4 is Thundermar in the Twilight Highlands, and I'm not gonna lie, it has been years since I have leveled in the Cataclysm areas. I think since release, but I have never forgotten this little town. It is beautiful. It gives me a really big, like, Hobbit kind of Lord of the Rings type vibe, and I don't know why. It's just really green. It's really peaceful. I just love the design and architecture of the buildings here. It just, really screams Dwarven architecture, and I think Dwarven architecture in World of Warcraft is probably in my top 3 styles. It's right up there with that Egyptian style that I love. So, yeah. Number 4, Thundermar. And honestly, this could have been higher, but there's some cool ones coming up. Anyway, number 4, Thundermar, Twilight Highlands. 3? Dawn's Blossom. And I was trying to pick between this or there's another one called Srila Village. I think it's the village that you actually poured into when going to Jade Forest. That one just had a bit of like chaos going on in the waters, like the horde invading. So I picked Dawn's Blossom. It's very similar. It's got this awesome water wheel spinning, just really nice artwork. It's kind of in the middle, so it's very peaceful. It's a neutral town, so Horde and Alliance can go there. And yeah, it's just a very, like I said, I love peaceful areas. It's got a great little pond in the middle. Like, there's kind of a theme with these towns that I like. There's waterfalls, there's water wheels, churning, which is, I just love little things like that. So yeah, it's just a really lovely town. And not knowing Pandaria all that well, it was one of my favorite ones when spending my time running around that area. So yeah, Dawn's Blossom, number 3. 2! All right, number 2, and I'm going to butcher this name right now, and that is Ram Kahen, and that's in Oldham. And if you don't know by now, I absolutely love Egyptian artwork and architecture, so naturally this is one of my favorite places to go. It's got some really cool statues outside that sit on like a body of water. There's like a a pond or a lake. I don't know what you want to call it. You know, a body of water. It's got, you know, it's got some alright quests. It's got, you know, alright NPCs. I love this group of little tiger centaur dudes just sitting around in a circle, all probably talking shit about each other. They're pointing at each other. It looks like some fight is about to, you know, bust out here any second. But yeah, it's got these dudes. It's got a few other things. I think once you're actually in the little town, it's, you know, it's whatever. I just love the artwork of it. It's the statues outside and just, you know, the artwork. That's why I like this place. Egyptian artwork is the bomb. Did I really say that? Oh, God. Anyway, number 2, Ram Kahan. 1. Yeah, number 1, and that's over in High Mountain, and this might not classify as a village or a town or whatever, but it does on my list, and that's Thunder Totem, which I think might be the coolest town/village in all of World of Warcraft. That's just my opinion. You have yours, but this place is awesome. It's got this huge totem coming out the top of it, and these totems are actually around the whole city, but this one is the biggest. It's multi-level. It's got waterfalls behind. It's got water wheels, like multiple water wheels, and you know how much I love those things. It's also the place for the High Mountain Torn, which are one of my favorite horde races. But yeah, it's just like a great looking place. It's a really cool. If I was Horde, which right now I'm playing Alliance, but yeah, if I was Horde right now, this is where my Hearthstone would be, because I just want to come chill here, have a, you know, look out at High Mountain, which is also an awesome zone, by the way, and just chill in this town. But so yeah, number 1, and I highly recommend to go there. Even if you're Alliance, go there. Thunder Totem in High Mountain. All right, so that's my top 10 underrated towns/villages in World of Warcraft. And I won't lie, this was a very hard video to put together. There are hundreds of towns and villages in the game. It took a long time to get down to 10. Maybe I'll do a part 2 sometimes, because there are a lot of cool places that didn't quite make the cut. But yeah, anyway, I've done a top 10 underrated dungeon boss fights in Classic WoW. If you want to take a look, here's the link. I've also done a top 5 underrated zones in Classic WoW as well. Here's the link. And I'm trying, you know, my hand at some fun lore stuff in World of Warcraft as well. And if you want to check my first video out of that, here's the link. Wow, right? Crazy. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will be back with more of these down the line. And yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys next week on the next one. Peace.